Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech. And remember how I sold two KS0 Pros before? Well, we got another Ice River box here, and we upgraded to the KS0 Ultra. Two reasons for that, and a big thank you to the community member that bought the KS0 Pros. One, I'm running out of thermal headroom. Two, it saves electricity. And three, the family needed help. And a big thank you again to everybody who's been providing support and trying to help out. This one, thanks to NHash, actually provided us a US capable power cord, whereas the ones we got previously shown on the channel only came with the Chinese power cable instead of the US version, or one that I could have adapted. So you still get the same Hunt Key 17 volt 120 watt power supply that the KS0, KS0 Pro, and the Ultra come with, but you're getting 400 gigahash instead of the 200 gigahash at the same power draw. So it was a win-win. Now, thanks to the community member, we were able to take the funds provided and give it straight to Papa Serpent and help them out, my mom and dad, with some basic stuff. We needed to cover some bills, so it was right on time. And I might have to sell additional units in the future, so just bear that in mind. But NHash was able to work with me. These units are actually pretty cheap. The KS0 Ultra are cheap. I think you can get a KS Pro for around $100 or less. The Ultra is going to be around $2 something. So I'll have a link down to NHash, my affiliate link, where you can get these units for pretty cheap. And again, I wanted to continue to mine kaspa, but I didn't want two different units drawing 200 watts total when I can get one unit drawing 100 watts that does the same hash rate. And yes, we can overclock this, and we'll look into that in the future. Right now the goal is just to get this set up and take a look at what the current stock power draw is, because eventually we're going to be modifying it. Obviously, we already got the fans and everything to do it, but I'm not going to set those up now. One fan goes here on these 4 points. We've seen it before. You take out these side panels. It's only 4 screws on either side, but if you remove the screws, depending on your country, it will void your warranty. Here in the United States, that doesn't hold true, so I can remove this, and they shouldn't be able to stop me from getting a repair if needed. But I will be taking the side panels or the grills off on both sides just to open up that airflow. Get one fan here, one fan going directly through, because we want it on the power port. I already do have an upgraded power supply. It's only the 230 watt one. I believe you could get the 330 watt one to really push these things to limits, but I'm not going to go that far. Again, whole reason why I did this is, one, to help out my family, and two, to try to condense and get relatively the same hash rate, if not a little bit more, for less power draw. So mods will be coming in a future video. Also going to tear into it and obviously need to cool those MOSFETs a little bit more. But for right now, let's get it plugged in, get the Ethernet cable plugged in, and see what the thermals are stock here, sitting in an ambient air temperature of around 78 degrees Fahrenheit on the Ice River KS0 Ultra. Oddly, the device is coming up as Mitsubishi Electronic System and Service, so that's very interesting to me. If Mitsubishi Electronics are getting into the ASIC game, or at least part of their equipment or devices are. So we just need to go to this IP address, which we already have. The default login is admin, and then 1234567 Make sure you change that. Do not leave that stock. Your browser should warn you if it does find it stock. I guess I missed the number there, so let me try that again. Yep, there it is, warning you about the password. Click OK. Make sure we change that. I don't like to save it. That's the first thing I tend to do. Go to user settings and immediately change that password. Hit save, and then we can go to the mining settings and configure our pools / miner. Then I like to log out and log back in. It's automatically going to force you. You can go ahead and autofill your admin username. It should autofill now. Log back into the device and should be able to update the mining settings. Going over to mining settings, and I like to change this to US. I forgot which pool I was using. Matter of fact, I could go to it right now. Home pool. and I'm pretty sure it was US, but we could go to the support page, and you could always choose whatever pool is best for you by going to mypoolstats.stream. As always, type in the cryptocurrency in the upper left, and you can see F2 pool, home pool, so on and so forth. So I'm on home pool. I'm going to stay there. Let's see here. We go to support. I believe they're going to give us additional information like the ports, the servers, all that good stuff. That's exactly what we need. And this is only if you're doing anonymous mining. If you want to like sign in and create a sub account, you certainly could as well. I do have a login, but as far as anonymous mining, because I still need to get the funds out of here, I'm just going to go ahead and connect to that same wallet. And here it is. So we're going to do the low difficulty KS0, KS0 Pro. If we had like one of the upper tier KS3, KS5, so on and so forth, we might use that. But we're just going to use the US. So it's cast.us1.homepool18081, which is the same one that's already on here. So we just need to change the EU for US, followed by the wallet address dot the worker name. So wallet address dot the worker name. I'm going to change the worker name from K Pro to Ultra. Copy that there. Change the password if you want to. And we might update the internal fan speed from 29% to maybe like 70% for now, but we're just going to leave everything stock the way it is and get you the thermal results and let this ride out. So we're just going to hit save in the bottom right, and then I will monitor it as it connects and see what the thermals are. We're also going to bring up the Ice River monitoring software, which has been updated, but you can get it off of T-Swift Telegram. I believe I linked to it before, so I'll try to find that link and drop it. But you can see temperatures right now, 40 degrees, 30 degrees, but we haven't really started mining, so we're just now connecting. I'll bring you guys back once things settle in. Now, after about an hour, we're sitting around 420 gigahash, 412, let's say 410 gigahash. Little dips here and there as it was getting up to speed. And the temperatures on the web GUI is 75 and 59 on temp 1 and temp 2. But what I noticed is that the fans, all the way up until about 70 degrees Celsius, were sitting at 0 RPM. So I manually set a static speed that I'm going to make a note of for a future video when we do some mods to this thing, 50%. And so that fan speeds are sitting around 2600 RPM, somewhere in there. So I'm just going to remember that for the future. Now, using the new ice, the Ice River monitor, you could see 3 temperatures, 73, 77, and 75. So out of the box, this thing does do 400 gigahash at around 100 watts. I'm actually seeing 106 watts at the wall using my kilowatt meter. But make a note if your fans or your smaller fans that are built in are not running. Like, they should be running. I don't know why mine were just sitting at 0 all the way up to 71 degrees. And only kicked on when I manually set it. I'm probably going to restart this device and check it. We can see the chips are running around 355 megahertz. And the different chip temperatures right here. There's 12 chips total. The hottest one is 77. The coolest one is 73. But with some improvements, we can compare this in the future. But there it is. We're hashing. We're working. We're doing good. 420. Blaze it. 420 gigahash on the 5-minute or the 30-minute time frame, sitting anywhere between 77 to 73 degrees Celsius, hashing away and showing up at the pool, which we can see here. And I'm just going to mine on this anonymous account until I can hit the minimum threshold and then switch over to my normal hum pool login. But that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Let's go see what the thermals are real quick on the unit using my little laser thermal gun. I will urge caution if you have any little ones around you. These devices get pretty hot if there's no active air over it. So your little one touching these can definitely burn themselves. Just be careful. Now, just checking out the temperatures on the fin stack. We're sitting around 64, 66, 67 degrees Celsius. There's 67, 69. As you get closer to the chips, which are about here in the middle, you start to see a higher temperature, 70 degrees, and I mean, it's enough to cause discomfort for your eye, but for a little one, it definitely will burn the heck out of them. So just use caution. There's 70 right there. And yeah, definitely would recommend active air cooling on these things. But we will do all the mods in a future video and compare thermals from before and after. As you can see, we're between 77 and 73 on the chips. And the outside is sitting anywhere from 64 to 70 degrees Celsius. So with better cooling, we should improve thermals and possibly extend our thermal headroom for improvements in firmware mods. But stay tuned for an update in a future video. Besides that, hit the like button out there. Make sure to get the subscribe notification bell to stay up to date, as well as check out additional links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. And I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. There's your little warning label.